Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Amy and I am on a financial freedom journey with my family. I share all about that and more on my channel. Before we get into today's video, I wanted to thank Mint Mobile for partnering with me on this video today. If you guys have been on my channel for any amount of time, you know how much my husband and I love Mint Mobile. We have been using Mint Mobile for, it is just about to be our 2-year anniversary actually with using Mint Mobile, which is crazy, but I am so glad that we switched when we did. If you guys were on my channel back 2 years ago before we switched, you know that I had a lot of anxiety about switching my phone plan. I had been on the same phone plan for so long and it just caused me so much stress. But looking back on it now, I just have to laugh a little bit because it was so easy to switch to Mint Mobile. They make it so simple with the digital eSIM cards and the process went very smooth overall. One of my favorite features about Mint Mobile is that they have a coverage map on their website where you can enter in your address or the address of anywhere you frequent, and you can make sure that you'll have excellent coverage in the areas that you're at usually. So it could be your workplace, your house, a friend's house, a family member's house. You can check all of the areas that you frequent to make sure that you'll get excellent service before you make that step of switching. With Mint Mobile, you will get premium wireless service on the nation's largest 5G network at a fraction of the cost that other companies charge. I know personally for my husband and I, we saved more than 50% when we switched over to Mint Mobile, and like I said, my only regret is that we didn't switch sooner because we could have been reaping those savings for a lot longer, but we waited and I just wish that we would have switched sooner because it was so easy and we have had such amazing coverage and an amazing experience with Mint. Again, I just wanted to thank Mint Mobile for partnering with me on today's video. If you would like to try Mint Mobile for yourself, you can click the link in the bio or go to trymintmobile.com/deardebt. I will also link it here on the screen. And please, in the comments, let me know if you have switched over to Mint Mobile. I would love to talk to you about it in the comments down below. Let's go ahead and get into today's video.
We're still here, flipping coins about what's to come. It starts getting cold, and we don't know any way out of here. We try.
All right, so happy Friday, everyone. I hope you had a great week. I had a pretty good week overall. My husband started his second week at his new job. Things are going pretty well so far. My son, my youngest, started his second week of preschool 3 days a week. He is having a blast. So it's been a really great few weeks. I've been a little bit sick again. Like I feel like I just keep getting these like awful sicknesses from my kids, but I've been like a little bit sick, but now I feel like I'm feeling better. So that's good. At least the last couple days I was like a little, like just not feeling great, but overall feeling better, grateful to be here filming this video today. Let's go ahead and talk about what we're doing this week for Debt Free Friday. This week is the 4th Debt Free Friday of the month, but it's actually not the last. We have one more Debt Free Friday this month because there is 5 Fridays in November. So that's exciting. So today is not our final Debt Free Friday, but it is a very exciting one. So let's go ahead and get into it. So we started this week at $6,510, and that was at 93%. This week we were able to send $490, which brings our ending to $7,000, which is finished. We have nothing left. Super excited. I was hoping we'd be able to finish it this week. We definitely were able to. So next week, even though it is still November, we are going to start our next financial goal, which I shared this last week, I think, too, but wanted to share it again. I'm going to be doing our $5,000 challenge sheet to put an additional $5,000 into our emergency fund for anything that were to come up. Obviously, we had a lot of like bad things happen to us this year. So it was really an eye-opening year for me personally, although we did not have to touch our emergency fund when my husband lost his job. Obviously, that was like the best case scenario, and that may not have been the way that it would have gone otherwise. We didn't know at the time, and it was scary to have to go down to one income for a little bit and figure things out that way and try to get a new job. So it definitely like opened my eyes up, and I was like, all right, we really need to focus on this emergency fund goal. So I'm super happy that we're going to be ending the year doing that. So we've got 4 Debt-Free Fridays in December, I believe, and 1 more in November. So there's 5 Debt-Free Fridays left, $5,000. Not sure that we'll get there, but like I've said in the past, I do typically get a bonus in December. So I'm hoping that that will be able to finish off whatever we have left at the end of the month. And then maybe have some left over depending on how the rest of the month goes. So we'll have to see about that. But for this week, we are able to put $490 towards this goal and finish it off, which is so exciting. This is now our third financial goal that we've finished in the year of 2024. We had a total of 5, so we're probably not going to get to the 5th one. The 5th one was just putting money into my kids' college fund, so that's not a super huge priority goal for us at this point. Obviously, it is important for us to save money for our kids and their future, but at this point, I'm more focused on us and making sure that we're in a good spot, including finalizing our emergency fund. Hopefully for the next few years, that $25,000 will be good. I'm hoping we don't have to increase it again, but we'll have to keep an eye on that. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna start our 4th goal next week, so stay tuned for that. For side hustle income this week, we did have a couple of things. First, we had our $25 from Facebook Marketplace. So this past weekend, actually, I focused a lot on going through our house. I went through every single bedroom in our house, my kids' bedrooms, and then I went down to our living room and our basement, and we went through pretty much every single toy that we own. We got rid of a lot of things. Most, I would say like the large majority of it, I donated, but I did sell one thing that I was like, okay, well, we could actually get like a decent amount of money for this. The rest of it we just donated. So $25 from Facebook Marketplace from that, and that felt good. I prefer really to donate things when I can, especially when we do like a large purge. Like I just don't want to have to deal with like a ton of like little things trying to sell them. But when we have like bigger items or anything like that, I do try, or like one-off items, I do try to sell those when I can. And then the second thing we had was actually my YouTube income for the month, which was $127. My channel is monetized, and when you're monetized on YouTube, you get paid one time a month as long as your amount is over $100. So I brought home $127 from that. I did take a little bit out and set it aside for taxes. I really don't typically have to pay much in taxes, so I don't probably need that, but I do like to have just like a small sinking fund for tax purposes, just in case. I feel like I never know. I'm like horrible at taxes. I don't know. I feel like I never know, like, we've never owed before. I should say that. I should preface this and say we have never owed before, which is great. We definitely like withhold enough out of our paychecks, and we usually get a refund. In the past few years, our refund has been dwindling a little bit, which I think is to be expected as we're like making more money. And I'm also doing like side hustles like this where like taxes aren't withheld. So that's definitely like eating into our taxes. But yeah, like this year I have not made nearly as much money as I ever have on YouTube. Like this is probably my lowest year of income on YouTube since I started YouTube, just because like I took almost a whole month off in May, and I've been kind of sporadically posting most of the year. I've been better lately, like the last couple of months, I feel like I've been back on track, but like for the first few months of the year, and then I took a whole month off. So it's definitely not been like a great income year for me on YouTube, but that's totally okay. So this is our after tax basically. So I do set aside a little bit of money just in case. I keep it in a tax sinking fund separately, and then if we don't use it, I just add it on to our tax refund amount, and that's just like part of our refund. If we do use it, then obviously we'll use it, but like I said, we never have had to touch it in the past. So total for side hustle income for this week was $152, which is great. Super happy about that. And that is all I have for this video. I will go ahead and fill in and finish my tracker now, which is super exciting. I will go ahead and do that, and then I'll come back to close out the video.
To understand how it all started to go wrong, but the sea is way too deep. Yeah, it's deeper than we could ever go.
All right, so that's all I have for this video. Finished my Roth IRA for 2024. Super, super excited about finishing this goal off, and even more excited about starting a new goal next week. So I hope you guys have an amazing weekend, and I will talk to you on Tuesday. Bye, guys.